Hey there, good morning. I'm John. Today is Tuesday, October 29th, 2024. Welcome to my daily vlog where I get up each morning and talk about what I've been doing next, and how it's going. I'm trying to make content creation indefinitely sustainable. And somebody noted in the comments yesterday I had quite a frog in my throat as I was continuing on through the vlog. It's a side effect of the fact that I do these first thing in the morning. Literally, I get up, brush my teeth, get dressed, say good morning to my wife, and do this vlog. Like, I haven't been out, I haven't done anything, and so however I wake up is how my voice is in the morning, so you never can tell. And sometimes it gets worse over the course of this, 5 to 10 minute recording, and that's what happened to me yesterday when I got it all phlegmy. So, sorry about that. Let's move on to talk about productive stuff. Let's talk about yesterday. So pretty straightforward yesterday. Got a lot accomplished, I think. So first, I cut the new episode of Celebrating Yesteryear for Retro Days and got that delivered. Also, I did a little assist with George. He's starting a new series that he's just piloted called Bit by Bit, which is effectively a faceless news bit. By faceless, I mean nobody on camera. It's just some news articles. And it's something he's been investigating for some time, and he finally got a premiere episode out. We published that early in the afternoon yesterday. It's a series called Bit by Bit. Since we're kind of talking about retro gaming and the pixels and the bits kind of thing, kind of seemed appropriate. We workshopped that. So he released his premiere episode of that, and it did about 1,400 views overnight. Which is great for a first episode of anything. I think that's tremendous. He's getting a lot of heat because people are claiming there's clickbait in there because something that's free that actually requires a membership. The problem is they're ignoring the fact that it's a really good news piece. They're ignoring the first two parts that are really, actually all three parts are good. It's just people want to be mad on the internet. The point is, my colleague George, part of GenXGrownUp, has started doing a piece, and it went live for the first time yesterday, and I hope he's encouraged to keep doing more despite the bumpy start he's getting from some commenters, which I understand. Anyway, also the thing I was working on yesterday was the first of 4 pieces of content I wanted to get out this week. You'll remember I had planned for it last week, and so yesterday I focused on getting the review. It wasn't even a review so much as it was a look at, because I'd already reviewed the Atari Super Pocket. This was the wood grain limited edition one. And I'm very enthused over how that video did, and I'll tell you why in a second, but released it late in the evening. It was after our meeting. It was maybe 5:30 or something in the evening, but overnight already, it's done over 6,500 views. Yeah, that's not a typo. It's done really well. The reason I'm so encouraged by this particular video's performance is that, look, everybody and their cousin has already covered this gadget. It started shipping 2 weeks ago, and it was trickling across the world, and people in Europe had it ahead of us, and people in the US had it a week before me. And I talk about, one of the things you gotta do is do it first if you can. Couldn't do it first, but the encouraging thing is the fact that I did it 2 weeks after other people have been doing it, and it still did tremendously well, says that we're starting to get a little bit of notoriety in that even if we're not first, people are still interested in hearing our take on these products, even if we're not the very first to cover it. First is still better, because then you have whatever reputation you have plus that, but very encouraging. I was concerned that video wouldn't do well at all, but I did want to do it because I was very enthusiastic about the product, but I got a double whammy there, so that's cool. Let's see. In the afternoon, well, really in between those things, because I was working all the way till late evening, but in the evening I did a little bit of prep for the pod edit today, which we'll talk about in a second. I did a little bit of essay writing, not enough. Got some more to do, but it's shaping up. And then in the evening, I think I mentioned we had our team meeting, our regular weekly Monday team meeting. So let's talk about stats. Good day yesterday on top of a good weekend. So here's my little chart. I'd like to be ideally at or above this midpoint, which is an average over the last 7 days of 13,000 views and 80 new subscribers. However, we are up from yesterday on both counts. 14.3 thousand views, so up over our target, and 148 subscribers, almost pushing the end of our chart. That led to just one more milestone yesterday. We were 64.5 yesterday, and this morning we are really close to the next one, but we're 64,006 and a bunch. We're about 10 or 15 away from 64.7, so we'll hit that later this morning, I expect, and we'll talk about it tomorrow. Next day, my mistake. So let's talk about today, which is, it's Tuesday, and you know what that means. It's podcast editing day. Every Tuesday morning, 10 a.m. over on Twitch. I take the podcast that we record together with the guys, and I edit it live on Twitch. Who cares? I don't know. Some people seem to, and it's very productive for me, and it's a really nice hangout. So if you'd like to join us, 10 a.m. Eastern, go to twitch.tv/GenXGrownUp. We're typically there for about 2.5 hours to get it all done. So it doesn't have to be right at 10. Anytime Tuesday morning you can pop in. Also, every Tuesday, I'll remind you or let you know, if you haven't heard before, that if you have Amazon Prime and you have not or did not already utilize it this month, you know you have a free $5 subscription token you can give to any Twitch creator. Now, you must do it each month anew. You can't just put it on their fire and forget. But if you have it and haven't used it, or it's been over a month since you've done it, we'd appreciate if you would go over and give it to us there. It doesn't cost you a thing, and if you don't use it, it goes back to Jeff. I don't want that to happen. So all you have to do again is go to twitch.tv/GenXGrownUp. Click that little subscribe or resubscribe button, it might say in your case. Click an extra tab or scroll around. Look for this tick box that says use my Prime sub. That'll make the checkout $0.00 free. Click on that and you've done it. You've made a contribution to support us. Didn't cost you anything but a little bit of time, and we're always very grateful. It definitely adds up to our bottom line every single month thanks to your kind generosity. Once the podcast edit's done, I'm sure I'll pop out and grab some lunch, and then this afternoon is all about prepping for the rest of this week, because Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I have videos to produce each day. So today is going to be laying out that groundwork. So I'll do some graphics and research for the video I'm going to work on tomorrow, which is a new indie game coming out for the Lynx. I have some graphics and research to do for the Friday plays, which I have 90% selected. I might do a switch midway, but I think I've probably decided. And then, of course, a little bit more writing for that essay, which I mentioned is shaping up. And that'll load my day. I mean, that's more than enough, and that'll get me in a good position. Where I want to be is in a position where when I hit the ground Wednesday, tomorrow, I have everything in place to just start production, to start shooting, start editing, not, think about what I'm going to do and what kind of thumbnails are going to be. I should be in a position to go. So my goal today is to set up tomorrow and a little bit of Thursday and Friday as best I can. So that's the grind, and that's what I'm going to work on today. Good progress and good views today and over the weekend. Even though Monday, it was a Monday. It's a Monday. Mondays are usually down, but this Monday was up. A couple of good videos, that's why. All right, let me go get after it. I want to thank you, of course, for popping in to check out today's vlog. If you did, you already know that if you're here every day, because I say this every day, that I love you for being here. Thank you for your regular attendance and viewership of this little vlog. It really means a lot to me to have you here and keep me cooking. So, have a great Tuesday. Don't forget to do something good for yourself, and I'll talk to you again next day. Bye-bye.